mkonya bali chirangiche company ya Crown asibego bakonya amabati kurwa se company ya MRM ayuali ayichi size ao nabego ni chirangi ao mkonya bali black sheets egati bintu binde vinge inyura nka mbamwa tobokoreri obu yabuna bono uyabo bosombi gose transportation mbamwa tobokoreri wa forklift asibego bokoreri wa which customer care buri obu ibirengo bigoro to tigara magega agirira rero bwikumbolere bintu biga aseri guriria mubuko asamange totalere asinsemo cha Ouru complex eyuerange na magacho Safaricom wigo no tukutuka sakro ku JM Towers angena credit bank ime yomucho bosongo bakere simgwe transact number chabo 0111 161 500 Ouru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani. Nyota Dry Cleaners ndiko bagusibya balingana kubase cyanga cyao wekereno ngusibya bare ekisuti kigown kiduve curtains carpet ebikoro tukurwa bidibya bana wekabiri by'abantabanene wigo mukuru bale obokoreri wa vacuum cleaning sofa set cleaning asechinga niko bagotuka imiyumu cy'ubusungo nyanjwa ananya gitali ya maiso mbabwate bwigo bokoreri bwa pick up na bwigo delivery asamange bakirisime ase namba 0742178765 Nyota Dry Cleaners, nyota ya usafi.
Maragova ya bene yelitwerigaria ijuma chitariki 14 na ukwaniri andonsia sore mwanchumu ligiriria Getembe TV karibu sana Ekeonga Chinsa 10 nchengoro kwa Matilda Ovaigwa yunuke atuti okaletera chivicha na maliogi asenchera eri ya bene kiguma na nekirongo chake Ekeonga kurase kaunti ya Nyamira mwakilishi wa wangina kurase kaunti iyo moskeje rusha mumanyi nikubono anyale gukwanira bugongo bugendrete kwene kiwase mechi asate biri buno bunereria niko bugendrete kuranda nabo igo kubwaterania cyamate chinyinge kaukona kurwa ase osichinga kyale koigorera emeroberio egirensi ikigancha kyanga fo ase chinsemo cha ria ngombe ime icounty yo ya Nyamira moskeje rusha boigo nigo abwatukirige kurugetindi na batabuna abasacha bangi nigo babere bakunerirwa ase chinka cyabo kolende tibare sokyo ukwanderengane yo banyare konyora ukokonyo egento atebire unaniribuya kubwaterana elio kwene kibuna abantu bonsi banyare konyora uboene bwabo.
Kuna wanaume ambao wanafanyiwa gender-based violence na waongei, wameogopa kwa sababu wao ni wanaume. Nataka niwaambie tumefika katika karne mbaya. Sasa watu hawajali kitu yoyote. Nyinyi ongeeni. Tigangwanike gusi. Morore ingana kimoko bwata kurwa bunyatinda abatebi yonsi monte inkindarata. Lakini arabatebi. Nataka niongee Kisii. Ntebeiga. Imuna moko nyigubutambe incenkorwania magana korwa gender based violence. Abantu bakorwana kinyomba. Abantu bagoitana. Abantu wanadhurumu wengine. Abasacha mbabutorwa Chinsa mochi abo chansoni abasacha babere. Naende gase itugusi. Kekabege ntokyo kumito kobori bakatwabura na kinekene naende gekabiswa kamurante nari kubasorora omanyete twensi asotore onya no mwana ono tagitamenye onya karo mobe airwa akoba rehabilitated bakabo omonto komenya n'abana konya karo moibi amanyenera matuka yabeira mabe onya gakonyinya sore na koribu abana babantu amanya matuka ya namabe igo nari kubasorora kamurante balimo gukora ibitendo kama ebyo mukome kwa sababu hata Mungu anakuhitaji wewe obogimo botu atongere tu Nyasaye utotongere igo tagwancha gukora ibintu bibe bakabichiko garocho gukorerwa mangana makongoroche aramutania bwena runyagitari ngagiago chibona na bintu bya yambi
na ensemo ya balimi kurwa ase wodi ya Nyakoime ya Kitutu Church South county ya Kisii balimi bichae nikubona opanyale kwa murunganiria okonyora ogoke kurwa sekemeli kyo gichae bagukwana nigetasini kigumuga solero nigo babire bakwera buna nonye asimya kemengi babire bako ligereria kose bagutwara gosemeria sekemeli gichae nigo bono yarorekane buna matuka bwango iga terabage koleta obuya asebate biri buna kurwa chiratiri chire chintutukanu kurwa se chitundu bali nabo igo hobukurumi ase chinsemo nabo iga serikali gota baligereria balemi abo boronge negati ebintu biri byabere biko baletero mochando ase obolemi bwabo
nja samarieta angoro kuchoisi mulima igondo mulemi korunya koe mulimi bwechai lakini rende bono echai yetwara bere to kunyama tukamange na nyaira matuka mange lakini esiya ikeire bono iga ya torete irasara ekiagera igo togochigo etokoira echai ko mulimi kwa echai nyinge gokoira kwanya rogo pima chikiro chirenga ondo sinyuna ki era tijerero igesibire ninkiere ona maoni anena rina eserikali chiratire dijatebire koreta chiro china botora twaro gwegena na chiro ne chiratire echo asesa guri ntomate ngabone serikali nere guturinda
tasa marieta nenkuru kufironika kyomogayo omuremi onyakoe tea factory obo maene karo twari gupima manyo iratirie mentera soyo mtakwanire manyo yaringe ngiya kubwa bono ekitogupimira ekiagera boniga twatwarire gosemeria serikali ya bono yaito tiri gukwana bolimu ekiratirie chego chigoteretera bono nigo chirabe chingiya mono chiranyare gotokonya muna antu abalimi ekiagera nkitwatebera igo ekiagera bono echichia bono togupimira chibungire nande gotokoboria serikali iga nobo maene muna bago chikoto chiretera mbachibunge na barabo gose bago toretera gento kere chenu
one chikogenderera iga nabo tura mugenya nyecha ito togore goserende chikarani chichenjiku chikarani echire chintindi bakokoranga na chinda chitorigete tari tubarigete chando nero bone enga bune tokurageria abantu ndu tochandegete tokore gasi ya magoko tochande
utigana nayo mukonyivu muraiwe kiama gia Jubilee Dr. Fred Okengo Matiang'i asemaragoba yabono nigo agenderete gusanga na bobote ni korwa ase county ya Narok kurinde chingaki cha mapema niganyara gweta ase chinsemo chire cha Bometa nabo igo gusanga negative bamenye korwa ase chinsemo echo nabo igo tara chinsemo cha Mlot hoikase county yo ya Narok na chingaki echo arenge na barai au korwa iga ase orugongo rwagusi abo abange banyarugwa soya se kiama kerigia Jubilee nabo igo balia bagendete kumwakira ekoko egati yabo nere omo bunge Kitutu Church South omoske Anthony Kibagendi moseneta we county ya Kisii omoske Richard Momoima Onyonka mwanasiasa Murara Kebaso nere omo bunge omokoro omengo magara negati ya barai bande abange chinga kechiga bagendete gusanga amangi kurase county ya Narok do yenyore kiraraike sinjira engikirano
Kwanza kabisa mimi naitwa Kebasu. Nilikuwa
nasengana yugukwanira ubumo bumbugusi na ukumusira Dr. Fred Ekeonga museneta wa kaunti ya Nyamira musike Okongo mugeni nigo agenderete kumwakira ekuko anene muno ase aborire bagusiye chiga na ichinga kichugo chamo na boigo kumusira Matiang'i asokwenyorera kirugo kenene ase serikali nene ase nere boigo agendereire gusingirira abanyamira kobamo na boigo gwakachikura chabo asobungaini ayiga kuyokona kora Chinsa mochia tombe iyo gutoka ime ya Kitutu Masaba kaunti iyo ya Nyamira
togendere kobamu ense romoroje bunere president tayo gesegese onyako bentunde tangani opinion poll chikura chigwakwa onyorare 23%. As ngaki tinjirate yorutara 23% yajigo ka 50+1 abanda bonse binga tokora kananji kazi twese ko bwaterana na botoko chenje borai farete president yengia ego chagokea niyo bokomwa abantu bete babwat especially ko buto ruchi tax moroje bakecha onyake meriye chai serikali ko beke tax gokea yebe se gochiro umuri ndo tenga ruto na tete ko konyo montore sa ase igo tigato bwaterane umwana mindoga ko boriye kero Dr. Fred Ekeonga tochama unege saukyo mogusi tomoe kura na inja abantu bamindo banyamira nje morojo no monto mongwana ingo ikarende 2027 na nje mwebekie ni akekyo mwana yo mongwana yo kansora atuti je no monto mongwana yo 2027 ni okorekie ni kwanya konyore seta
Otigana nayo mwanchumu likireria kura sekta yechisemi nigo bono amamiranio ya matera chitengo amashairi ne bintu binde bingi byokwegia bono anyari gwika omwelio ase aborokiwa abo banyari gokorio bya kuseba baba gokorio bya somwa koyoiga banyari kwegwa ebiegwa murai wensi ya Kenya musike William Ruto mwaziri wechisemi Julius Ogamba negati ya barai evande banyaro gwikirana aroro ase egeti gosichinse mocha state lodge imeye county ya Bungoma na chinga kechu boroki wambanyara kwegwa ebiegwa au kurase kiombe na kelegia TAC ekiombe ya Public Service Commission na boigo chinsemo obuna ebengi elia Equity elia CBK na ugosirwa konde okonge
the best pre-primary school, and the winner is none other than Moi Forces Academy, Nairobi. Wapi makofi yao tafadhali. Let's have Into ready, the best primary school, which is Aga Khan Academy, Mombasa, to be ready for that. Makofi kwa hiyo award as the wonderful student there holds it. Next, Your Excellency, we have the best primary school, which is Aga Khan Academy, Mombasa. Tuwapigie makofi, and the sponsor for this is Equity Group. So let's have somebody representing Equity Group as well.
Na omwaziri wechisemi musike Julius Ogamba kukwana kurase chinsemecho kurase county ya Bungoma mugasorero nigo bono anyara gukwanira igati yebitambukiro biri serikali ya Nyare ko bageko imokia ase sekta yechisemi ilikwane kibuna aboroki wa Kenya banyorire chisemi ase birengo biria biganeire nabo igo niganyare gotogia serikali yaye omoske William Ruto asokwane kibuna ya Nyare ko bakekomenta chibesa ichi chigosoa ase wizara yechisemi.
You formed the Presidential Working Party that came up with programs or with suggestions on how we need to align our education system to be ready and available and to be able to compete in the global world in terms of talent and skills. Further, Your Excellency, you've increased funding in this particular sector, rising from 502 billion in 2022 to the current 784.5 billion. A massive increase. Your Excellency, you've not stopped at that. You have proceeded to guide us to introduce the legal statutes and the legal proposal bills that we require to ensure that our CBE is anchored in our law, so that going forward, it is part and parcel of our education system to avoid situations where it can be written off or can be dealt with negatively by those who may not have understood the basis under which it came into being. Your Excellency, out of this, quite recently, we've submitted a number of bills to Parliament to ensure that we have this particular system anchored in law. In that space, we have a bill that is pending now in Parliament that is going to be discussed, and I'm happy with the members of Parliament because it was read this last Tuesday. The Tertiary Education Placement and Funding Bill. This is a bill that is very unique and that will revolutionize the higher education sector. And this is a bill that you yourself championed because you asked yourself when you came into power that most of our universities were in debt because the system that we were using for funding was not fit for purpose. We introduced another system that was student-centered, but there was a particular challenge to it, that we were funding parents instead of funding students. In other words, we were asking ourselves, does this parent have the capacity to fund the student? Instead of asking ourselves, does this student or this career that we are funding become possible for this particular funding to be given to them?
Ase siasa cha murai kiama gia DCP Moske Rigathi Gachagua nigo amoboririe murai wensi ya Kenya Moske William Ruto anya atige kuburukania murai wensi omukuru Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta ase siasa chiae na chinga kecho nigo bono anya rekora buna nigo ase obocholi gosekero obocholi bonene bwaberire ange nigo bono abarai bonsi babonete kubekwa sera tiri chinga kechiga ase boigo aboria maskani kuchase umurai yo mukuru na boigo kuboria serikali era abisi nyale kurigiria manganali alengete aba Kenya.
The debate in Kenya today is what is Ruto's performance for 4 years. His lies, his deception, destruction of institutions, bringing the economy to a halt. That is the discussion. And William Ruto is in usual style, trying to divert attention by attacking President Uhuru Kenyatta so that the people of Kenya can abandon that debate and start defending President Uhuru Kenyatta and castigating him and bring the debate around President Uhuru Kenyatta. William Ruto, we want to tell you, you cannot divert the attention of the people of Kenya from that debate, the discussion on your misrule for 4 years. And that is the debate that must go on. I want to tell William Ruto that the problems you have found yourself in, the woes that you face, were not caused by President Uhuru Kenyatta. They are self-inflicted. President Uhuru Kenyatta, for the record, never advised you to abduct and kill the agencies. President Uhuru Kenyatta, for the record, bequeathed you a very peaceful country where the rule of law was in operation. 4 years down the line, this is a country of goons. Goons have taken over the National Police Service. They work alongside police officers, and nobody is safe in this country. It is not President Uhuru Kenyatta who told you to suspend the rule of law and use goonism as a way of life. It is not President Uhuru Kenyatta who advised you to destroy free primary education, bequeathed this country by Mwai Kibaki. It is not President Uhuru Kenyatta who told you to suspend NHIF and come up with a mongrel called SHA. So, William Ruto, please, leave President Uhuru Kenyatta alone. President Uhuru Kenyatta is retired, and face your competitor, Rigathi Gachagua. That is the man you must face. You cannot pretend that you are at war or you are in competition with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. President Uhuru Kenyatta will not be on the ballot. He is not your competitor. Just accept the reality that the man to face you and remove you from power is one Rigathi Gachagua. And that is the man who issued an audit on your performance on Tuesday. It's not President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Awono ngukorere Ekeonga Chinsa ikomicha wono moragova kendra gutwara uburigerio bia me ya Getembe TV ritukerigaria ijuma ngoroko Matilda Obaigwa na korasi studio ya kabere nere Eugene bakobwaterana na yunuke atuti twara emoragova ngia na boigo twara ijuma ngia weekend yao eve entoereru.
eduka ya Uhuru Superstores iri gutoka mu cy'obusongo nkonya bale ebintu buna bono mbabwate esukari kurwasa chi company ao obusi bw'ingano amabuta y'icingeni kurwasa chi company ao amajani kurwasa company ya Keteba echumbi ya Salt egati ibintu binde binge bwigo nkonya bale chirangiche company ya Crown asibego bakonya amabati kurwasa company ya MRM ayuale ayechi size ao nabego ne chirangi ao nkonya bale black sheets egati ibintu binde binge inyura nka mbabwa tobokoreri obu yabuna bono uyabo bosombi gose transportation mbabwa tobokoreri wa forklift asibego bokoreri wa which customer care buri obu ibirengo bigoro totigara magega agerera rero bwikumbolere ibintu biga aserigurira mu buko asamange totalere asinsemo cha Uhuru complex eyuerange namagacho asafaricom hoigo no tukutuka sakuru ku JM Towers angena credit bank ime yomuchiwo songo bakere simgwe transit number chabo 0111 161 500 Uhuru Superstores, the people's choice, guaranteed lowest prices. Karibu nyumbani. Nyota Dry Cleaners ndiko bagusibya balingana kubase cyanga cyao wikerano ngusibya bale ekisuti kigown kiduve ne no batekorera kondi wensi